Coach, obviously you're coming off a really big weekend with a pair of wins over Bowling Green. Uh, Following Saturday's match, you took that 3-0 win. Just how big was that? Obviously, especially after you grind out Friday with a five setter, your team really comes out really ready to play. And in a lot of ways, I felt like the most confident they've looked all year. Can you just touch on that and just talk about how big it was to take two this past weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously beating Bowling Green. I mean, they were picked to win the conference this year. So um, beating them twice and then sweeping them the way we did was a huge step for this program. A great wins. I mean, any win's a good win for us in the conference. But the way we did it was really encouraging. And we talked about that. I've been talking about that with the team. Like, hey, not only we were able to beat them, find a way to beat that team. That's a huge jump in the right direction. But then can you go and do it the next night and then take some of the improvements and things we learned from night one and get better? And we did. So just an awesome weekend for the program. I'm pumped for the players and the team and the staff. And from a conference standpoint, it really keeps us in the mix. And we've won the head-to-head over them. We've won the head-to-head over Akron, and we're in a three-way tie right now. So we're putting ourselves in a great position the program hasn't been in a while. Where if we take care of business in the next four matches, we're going to make that conference tournament. So very exciting, very proud of the team.
We've obviously, as a coach, you know how important consistency is. In a lot of ways, it's everything. But we've talked about how you've been facing some of those teams that you will take on in the MAC tourney as long as you guys make it. We've grabbed some big wins against Bowling Green, Toledo, and your team obviously has shown that they can do it. How do you carry that momentum as we close out the year and hopefully head into the MAC tourney?
Well, I think it's you just keep telling the kids the truth that we have to keep getting better. This group hasn't been in this position yet, so your energy, how you approach practice now, taking care of your body at this point of the year, trying to find ways to stay locked in and keep getting better, and just having an iron will to go out and even when things go wrong, like how do we bounce back faster? And that's been the goal and the message the last few weeks is, you just have to keep battling, like battle enough until, you start to win and we have to keep getting better. And they're doing it. And it's really cool to see. And it's not easy, it's tough. But it's a really great sign for things to come. Not only for this season. I mean, we had a good practice today. We're fired up to go to CMU. If we win two matches there, we're going to be in statistically. So it's all in front of us. And selfishly right now is every time we hit a marker, I'm giving them something new to tackle. So it's like, hey, can we win a day number two match against a team like Bowling Green and really execute, make some changes? Check, got it. Can we keep ourselves in the fight for the conference tournament? Check, got it. Can we make the conference tournament? Yeah, we've still got to win some matches here, and that's no easy task. But can we win enough matches where we can avoid maybe playing like a Ball State first round? So like that's kind of the next job is can we keep getting better? Can we stay locked in? Can we set our goals a little bit higher now in November? And I think the team understands it and they're excited about it.
You touched on Reagan Lance Friday night, and continued to show out a little bit on Saturday. We've talked about it throughout the year a little bit of just how your team just seems to be ready. No matter who the person is, there's different nights for different people, and I know you've talked about how obviously you're going to look at the matchups and play people that you think are going to ultimately help you win. But how just impressed have you been with the way that she's been able to step up, or at least stepped up this past weekend and was just ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, Reagan's in a great way an emotional kid. She cares a lot. She's a great human being. She plays super hard, and she's just bought into the mentality of whatever the team needs. And I just want to be out there, and it shows. She just it's will over skill, and she's just playing super hard. And even when things don't go right, like the energy and the efforts there, and it's infectious, and it's something that it was the one really great thing I learned, getting to go jump back to Penn State from my head coach, was, every person on the roster has a purpose and matters. And it's something I preach relentlessly to the team is, you never know what your role is going to be. You've got to be able to jump in there and add value and make us better. And she's been a testament to that all year. So I think when those things happen, it's really great for the team to see like what we preach is actually what we do. And every single kid on our team has played and gotten minutes and looks this year. And I think they realize like it's just we're all about winning, and there's no favorites. There's no, well, I brought this kid in, and I think that's hard in year two when you take over a program. Is that can happen to the team. That can become a mental thing, that some people can't get over the hump. And I'd like to think that we've done a great job of showing everyone on the roster we're just all about winning, and it's happening at the you can't pick a better time to start peaking, than November.
As you mentioned, we take on the Chippewas this weekend, hit the road. What do you know about them, and what's it going to take to at least go there and get a W or two?
Well, I mean, I thought they were one of the best teams in the conference last year. Most physical, like one of the most physical, definitely. And I still think they're talent wise the same deal. Like they're very big, they're physical, they're talented. Like they're definitely a tough team, and obviously going on the road, that's a far road trip for us. So like we're up against it, but we have to keep the same mindset we've had the last couple of weeks, which is go and find a win, whatever it takes. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just keep grinding, have great energy, keep yourselves in it, make adjustments from night one to night two, and just find a W. So it's cool for me. I know their head coach. She was a Penn Stater. We crossed over a little bit, and so that's always fun and special. But we're going there to win, and we know it's going to be tough. And if we can serve the way we did Saturday night, it gives me options defensively to try to pick off what I think that they're doing well. And that was the adjustment from night one to night two, is I felt a little more confident in our servers from the end line. I was able to exploit zone 5 and pick off their outsides, and they couldn't do anything about it. So I hope that translates to this, what we're doing in practice this week, and we can go into CMU and expose what they don't do well. So we're excited. We fully expect to go in there and win. And we know that if we go in there and steal 2, we're in. So highly motivated, very locked in.